Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of
The Rise.
I'm Raven.
Hi,
I'm
Raven.
And I am divorced and single.
And my name is Valeria.
Hi, Valeria.
And I've just gotten out of a long-term relationship and I'm fighting to stay single.
I'm Lauren.
Hi,
Lauren.
I am a celibate parent.
Ooh,
Yeah.
fun. Celibacy.
Parenthood.
Right. So, it's very easy to be celibate when you have a kid.
I was going to ask, do you feel that your daughter is a great motivation for you to remain celibate?
When you have a little girl looking up to you and you think, should I go to this guy's house and do this? And then you think, like, would I want my child to do that? And you're like, no. So I feel like that stopped me in a lot of instances. Even talking to certain people, is that up to my standard for my daughter? And if it's not up to my standard for her, then it's not, a good standard for me.
So she's your little accountability partner.
She
in a way.
is.
She is.
Yes. And she takes up all my time. I'd rather go to the movies with my baby and, get.
Instead of going to the movies with a man and making out for half of it and you miss the movie.
Right. And then hey, let's blow this joint. And,
I've definitely spent, had $15 spent on me for no good reason. Well, concerning me right now with being divorced and the whole celibacy thing, to celibates or not to celibates? That is the question.
It's hard out here for
But for real, it's like, in a way, like people tell you, and this is interesting. I want to talk about this because people tell you all of the time, like spiritually, oh, just, if you believe in God, then you can get through it and you can do
That
it.
is, even though, yes, you should do everything for God. You should do everything for God. That should be the reason why you make that decision, yes. And yes, it's a big part of the reason why I make my decision. But at the same time, it's easier to make a decision when it's like, okay, I'm doing this for health reasons. I'm doing this for, just sanity and not wanting so many people in and out of my life, like things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you make that decision deeper than just the Bible says, it makes it easier to make that decision. Like I said, in no way am I saying that, God shouldn't be the reason for you to be celibate, but you should also have, many more reasons behind that to really connect with that.
So everyone's journey is going to be personal and different.
Right, and that's my personal journey.
Now for me, what's hard for me is I went to it from a consistent relationship of intimacy to like nothing. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to just go from
just quick cold turkey.
Yeah, not have somebody there all the time.
Yes.
That's just like you roll over, hey,
Right, it is.
Well, do you find that you think about relations more so for the intimacy part of it?
I feel that I'm lonely.
For the lustful part.
I think I'm just lonely,
Yeah.
and you look at it for like the whole relationship aspect of it, and you're not gonna get that every time, with the whole idea of just going out and just being.
Right.
But at the same time, I would say after getting out of a long-term, really committed relationship, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to be married again. So then there's that idea of, do I really want this whole like committed thing that in order to have sex?
Right.
Is that really my journey?
Right.
Is it? So what's your viewpoint?
Me, it's hard for me because I was in a relationship too for a really long time, and then it was like nothing, and then like as soon as I got out of the relationship, it was like, fuck it, I'm fucking everybody. This is the first time in my life where I've had that opportunity, but then I was like, this is not fulfilling me, this is not interesting in me, this is not good for me as a person.
Right.
So it's like I have to find a balance for the first time between, intimacy and sex, because obviously I want sex, but sometimes I might not want to be that intimate, but I feel like I should have an intimacy before I am engaging with sex with these people, because I don't know who these people are.
Right. Yeah, it's nice to know their backstory,
And I can't honestly say that hopping out of my 6-year relationship with my daughter's father was easy. Like, to just say, boom, I'm gonna be celibate. Like, I had a bumpy, very, very rocky road until I decided, okay, this is what I need to do. And then I really thought, like, I'm gonna have a husband one day. Do I want, if I think about the fact that my husband is somewhere getting his life together and someone is laying here with his wife, his future wife.
That's deep.
That was deep for me. That's something that I really think about. I'm like, I want to be everything for him. I want to save everything for him. I want to do it the right way, even though, it's kind of restarting. I hadn't done life the right way until now. But I feel like it's kind of like a redemption thing for me.
I feel that. Now let's talk about the importance of being specific. Like, let's talk about, first off, I wanted to discuss Maya Angelou's quote that I hear a lot of people now say after Oprah said it, okay, which is, if someone tells you who they are, believe them.
And that is real.
It's real.
Believe
And
it's
I was thinking about this the other day because I was trying to see what are we going to talk about when we talk about not having a type and all of that. But I look back at my 2 very long-term, very serious relationships, and both of them told me ahead of time how they were going to treat me.
I had to have a whole baby and realize that this guy's the complete opposite of what I wanted. Like after 6 years, but he literally like the first year. Not even the first year. The first couple of months, I knew where I was headed, and I was just like, no, I can change that. I wasn't raised that way. He can be different, but no, like the same guy he is the first year, he gonna be the same guy and worse.
It's like we fool ourselves. We have like an ideology, like we can see the potential in them. They have the potential to be what you want them to be, but that don't mean they gonna ever reach that.
Right.
Don't ever
date potential.
Yes, don't date potential.
Ever date.
It's like I can't have desire for you and me. But yes, I look at my first relationship, which was very passionate in all the wrong ways, because I think we were each other's first love, so we didn't know how to really deal. But he told me, like, every girl I've ever broken up with, I've cursed her out. I've done this, I've done that. I knew. He told me that, but I thought, well, I wouldn't cause him to be like that. I wouldn't.
And
but that's what happened. I got cursed out.
Girl,
I got
Right. Mine was pretty much the same. Like, we started talking when we were in high school. So he got suspended for punching a girl in the face.
Ooh.
For punching a girl in the face. She just, messing with him, cursing him out, and you know how kids were at the time. He went to that type of high school. But as a male, it don't matter what a woman say, no matter what a woman does, you don't hit them. But at the time, like as a kid and all that, I was just like, oh, that's crazy. Like I didn't whatever. And then, 6 years later, I'm getting pushed into a dresser and getting held down and things like that. And it really was like, it makes you stop there in that moment and think like, oh my God, I saw this.
What connect the dots. And my other one told me that he had cheated intimately with his ex. When he was with his ex, that's how he got out of that relationship, was because he had been giving attention to other females. How do I end up out of my marriage? That's how I end up out of it.
Right.
So I was told, I just decided, well, I would give him enough attention. He's not going to need anyone else.
You took that challenge, girl.
I took that challenge, and I failed miserably. So, yes, I think it's very important to be specific with our
I'm going to tame that.
Okay.
He's still out there beasting.
We got to take off like the rose-colored glasses. Like the world looks so nice and beautiful and love, but you can't see what color them red flags are.
Right? Yeah, you can't see the red flags. You're like, oh, that's a pretty,
Look, we're like a bull to the red flags. We're like, he's coming.
So yes, okay, now I want to talk about our fun types. Okay, so as a kid, I thought I was gonna end up with the white boy. I just thought I was gonna end up with one. Okay,
And she actually snagged her one.
back in the day. So sweet. But yes, I've realized throughout my dating journey that I have not had a real type. Like I used to think, I really want to be with a tall guy, and then I got with a tall guy, and I was like, I don't like being picked up like a child because I'm like 4'11", so it's not my favorite. And then I've been with the dark skinned guy, I've been with the light skinned guy, I've been with the white guy. I've experienced differences. I don't know about y'all and your different relationships and aspects that way.
The thing that I have noticed, and I mean this might just be the brown skinned guys that I've talked to, they have a real, it's almost like they have a complex. Like they have to have things a certain way. Can you kind of touch on that? Cause
I can touch on that by saying that for me, and I don't think that's everybody, of course, but what my experience was, it was very chauvinistic in that relationship. It was
a lot
very
of male dominance.
It's very African male.
To me, it was almost like the world isn't looking at me as this male, so you need to look at me as
and it's
this
a real
strong,
issue.
dominant male. Yeah,
a lot of issues with society because of his skin tone.
Yeah,
and he's
it's
coming
like
home
here.
to me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hard.
and I mean, the guy I was talking to, who's straight up activist, straight up like, I'm changing the world, and I'm just like, I mean, I'm with that. I'm completely with that.
Yeah.
But I could kind of tell how it bleeded into our relationship. Yeah.
And then light skinned dudes, that whole idea that they
They think they all
and I feel like it was always about sex, which was always about sex. But that's just my viewpoint on it.
I think because they had so much attention all their life, the brown skin guy is the one who didn't have that much attention. Now it's their time now. They out here.
I'm not gonna lie, I love chocolate.
Yeah, look, I always love chocolate. I just always end up with the light skinned guy. I don't know how that happens. But except for that one guy. But so yeah, I have noticed the difference.
Well, lately what I've been choosing, like, I don't know if it's light skin, dark skin, it could be any skin, but as long as it's got an accent on it, girl. I just want him to talk about Idris, Caribbean, Bahama, like, give me the Latin American, the Spanish. I'll take anything. Give me the English with the Idris. Just talk to me like it's something I ain't never heard of.
All he could, be saying is we going down to McDonald's getting a hamburger, and he be sounding like he's talking about, girl, let's get in the bed
We
right
about to
now.
get it right now.
Hey.
Exactly. Or half the time, I like these guys, especially if they speak another language that I don't speak, because they're like, we don't understand each other half the time.
And you're like, you know what? I don't have to be committed to you.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
we got
saying?
to
Put some space between us. I told you I'm
Yes.
fighting to stay single. I'm trying to keep my heart to myself, y'all.
I feel you.
But
That's- I'm on this.
That's kind of where I'm at too. I don't want a relationship, but
Yeah.
I mean, I want whatever God wants me to have. But right now, I'm just not thinking I'm ready. So
That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I need to spend some time with myself, get myself out. I don't need to get myself.
I
to
have been in a
understand.
relationship since I was 15 years old.
Wow.
I haven't taken any time to myself. I think this is a grand opportunity to do that. So that was us at The Rise. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, please share,
please subscribe.
please comment.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sometimes I just want to be held tight and warm and have someone pet my hair. The feeling of all right permeating through me. No words to pollute the sound. But even still, do I reject this comfort? Shrink my skin over bones into repelling spikes. Conceal my hair beneath curtains of woven imposters. Send forth my own words to shield back the waves of reality. Why should I so fervently deny myself this desire? Do I not turn and plunge the knife in me myself? Perhaps resolve to take the task, then fall victim to the knife of someone else. And then maybe my longing is the sheep-like wolf, the thief who stays to make his home. Where from hath come this chilling stranger, which calls me lonely when I'm alone?